Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa mawalah amma ba'd. Just a reminder, and it's an important reminder for the brothers and the sisters who are come to the Isha prayer and the Taraaweeh prayer. First of all, yesterday our brother Uthman, he told us about the Sutra which is behind the Imam, and this is an important issue, especially for those who pray in the corridors. They believe that nobody is to pass in front of them when they are praying behind the Imam. Let me just correct this concept. First of all, Jazakumullahu khairan, because they are keen, that is not to have anybody passing in front of them when they are praying. And that tells me that they know something about the Sutra, which means the shield. And every person, he needs to have a Sutra, whether he's praying on his own or praying as an Imam. But if he's praying as a Ma'moom behind the Imam, the Sutra of the Imam is his Sutra. And this is from the blessings of Allah and His mercy. That is to make it easy for the people, that if a person loses his wudu and he's at the end of the row and he wants to go to the toilet to relieve himself and make wudu, then he has to pass in front of the people. So if the Sutra is to be there, everybody will prevent him and he will urinate on his spot. And this is not correct. So the Sutra of the Imam is Sutra to the people. So any person can pass between the person and the other person in front of him and no harm. You should not block him. You should not put your hands to block him or to prevent him. You should not put your foot to make him stumble over on his face. You should not do that. To let him pass freely as long as you are praying behind the Imam. And I'll tell you something even some of you don't know. And that is, let's say that you came, one rak'ah missed or two rak'ah had missed or almost all of the prayer had missed, and you joined the Imam in the last tashahhud, and now you're gonna do the 4 rak'ah of the Isha. Say for example, when you stand up, still the Imam's Sutra is holding for you. So even if you're gonna continue on your own to compensate those missed rak'ah, the Imam's Sutra is still your Sutra. And that's from the blessings of Allah, to show you that Islam is from Allah, the religion is from Allah. Imagine that the Sutra has to be there when the people passing through each other, and nobody can urinate, nobody can go to the toilet. That's number one issue. Number two issue, Jazakumullahu khairan for your donations, and please keep up the donations, and especially for those who want to pay for the iftar. Today I think we had 30 meals being given by a brother, but 30 meals is not going to be enough. You know, the first day we had some people who are not Muslim coming here for asking for food. Now we do give the non-Muslims, but not with this way in cheating that they are amongst the people who are fasting, because priority goes to the fasting people. So some of those people who are not Muslim came and they were asked by the ones who are providing the food, are you Muslim? They said they are Muslims, but they don't look Muslims at all. So I gave them a hint and it worked. And I said to them, ask them to read the Fatiha. Once he reads the Fatiha, just to start, then he's a Muslim. Otherwise, you tell him, I'm sorry, we can't give you any food at this time. We'll give you on other days, no problem, but this is designated for the people who are fasting. So it worked. Yesterday, the Imam had asked those people, recite the Fatiha. 5 of them did not come have food. So some of them, he said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. The Imam said, khalas, enough. I know that you know the Fatiha now. So he had food. The last issue, Ikhwani, regarding the chairs. The chairs became a phenomena. We don't have that phenomena at the time of the companions, nor at the time of the generation that came after the companions. This chair, everybody who wants to relax has a chair. I know that some people are in need of chair. But you see, alhamdulillah, in this hall, you have only one chair. But if you go upstairs to the sisters, you could say maybe 50% are chairs and 50% are no chairs. So the sisters who are praying behind the women who have got chairs, they're having difficulty, especially with the sujood, or they're going to make ruku'. They don't know how to do. So let's just make sure that we understand the fiqh of the chair. And because I took a bit long for this reminder, I will make that after the first 2 rak'ah of Taraaweeh. So you're going to be praying sunnah inshallah now. And after that we'll start the Taraaweeh. And after the 2 rak'ah, please, excuse me to tell you the fiqh of the chair. And with the demonstration, the sisters got their projector on. The brothers got a TV as well in the other room on. So inshallah, let's just not to delay the prayer and pray our sunnah. Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa mawala. In 2-3 minutes, we'll just explain to you the fiqh of the chair. Na'am, and I mean what I want to say, and the fiqh of the chair. First of all, the chair's phenomena was not known at the time of the companions. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, If the person is not able to stand up in the prayer, then he could sit. And if he can't sit, then he has to go on his side. If he can't go on his side, then on his back, and he will make a gesture for the ruku' and the sujood. But now we have these chairs that is coming about. First of all, the istita'a here is for the obligatory prayer. As for the voluntary prayer, which is our prayer, is Taraaweeh and is voluntary. The person may sit and he doesn't have to stand up, but his reward will be half instead of the full half. But you have this option. Now I would like the brothers to start to revive a sunnah which is almost dead. Have you ever seen a person who is not able to stand up, is sitting down? I have seen one yesterday, mashallah. There's a person in the back and I was really impressed with him. He's sitting down and praying sitting down. So you haven't maybe seen, we want to see this phenomenon. So a person who's the one who wants to use the chair is the one who finds it difficult to sit. The one who finds it difficult to sit will give him the chair. But if you are able to sit down on your buttocks and pray when you are on your buttocks and make your ruku' and sujood, the priority goes for that, and you will not cause nuisance and cause disturbance and cause havoc, and also you cause people that don't like chairs. When we say feet to feet, we don't say feet to the chair leg and chair leg to the chair leg. Feet to the feet. How can you have the feet to the chair leg? Plus the one who sees a chair, wallahi, the one who's behind. If I ask somebody who's behind the chair, he said, I don't like to be behind the chair. Because once he raises up his head, he's going to knock the chair in his head. So why don't we revive a sunnah, ikhwani? The person who is able to sit on the buttocks on his floor, then the following applies to him. You sit like the way you sit in your tashahhud. And that is iftirash, if it is 2 rak'ah, which we're doing it. If you can't do the iftirash, then the tawarruk. And I will explain, because the sister, they got the projector on, and I believe the brothers in that room as well, we had asked the brothers to put the TV on. So I'm going to show you now with my feet what I'm doing now in front of you, what is the iftirash and what is the tawarruk. If you can't, then after that you are able to do cross-legged, you are able even to stretch your feet towards. If you can't do that, you could choose whatever you like. But the priority goes to the following, and that is to make yourself with iftirash, and that is the iftirash as follows. So if I'm going to be doing now sitting down, this is how I'm going to be sitting down. The ones at the back, if you want to stand and see, no problem. So I'm now sitting on my left foot, and my right foot is with toes towards the qibla. So that's called iftirash. If I can't do that, I could do the tawarruk, which is like this. That's while sitting on the right or the left thigh, and your left foot is underneath your right shin. If you can't, you could just do cross-legged. And cross-legged, I'm going to show you from the front. That's a cross-legged. That's a cross-legged. You could just sit down like this and make your salah. So if you are cross-legged or iftirash or tawarruk, you make the following. Hold the microphone, please. You made the following, and that is, look, that's my tashahhud. If I want to ruku', that's ruku'. If I want to sujood, that's sujood. No problem. If you can do sujood, and by the way, remember, in the voluntary prayer, it is not a pillar, but in the obligatory it is. If you can't make sujood, then it will be like this. That's ruku', and that is sujood. But if you are finding it difficult to make the sujood, just that's the ruku', and that is the sujood. Now, if you are on a chair, the people, our chairs are actually, they're not good for demonstration. Our chair is just a bit, I think, needs a body builder to lift him up. So we need to replace them with a chair which is even safety-wise is not good. Chairs are really, for breaking people's back. So this is the chair now. Some people, when they pray to the chair, you need to understand, if it's obligatory prayer and you could make sujood, you cannot make sujood on the chair. You have to go down. You're only sitting in the chair because you can't sit. But if you make prostration, you have to go down from the chair and go do the prostration. So if you have a chair, imagine that the chair has an arm on the right and the left. Some people are finding that when they do the ruku' like this, they do ruku' and that's how they do the sujood. Where are you putting the hands? On air? There's no such thing. Hold to your thighs. This has been adopted by people. People follow people. Now even a single scholar has said you do like this. So I don't know how they did it. Just they copy from a person, and the bid'ah, subhanallah. not in my country, it's all over the world. So this is ruku' and this is sujood. There is no such thing, ruku' and sujood. Okay? So if you are in obligatory prayer and you do the sujood as a pillar, you must do the sujood. Now when you are able to stand up on the chair, you stand up, you can't sit down. If it is obligatory, if it's a voluntary, like the Taraaweeh, you could sit down all the way. I could lead you sitting down, but all of you had to sit down as well as me. Right, so this is sitting down when you are in Taraaweeh, no problem. Now watch. When you want to line up, if you're standing up, you'll have to line up with your shoulders to the people. So I'm going to make you, Imam Sheikh, come with me. Come to the left. Imam Sheikh, come to my right. Okay, I'm on the chair, man. I'm between two people now. That's how I stand up, Ikhwani. Now when I stand up, the chair now is behind me, and I know it's annoying the person behind me. I know that. But if I'm a person agile, that's number one, strong. Number two, the chair is not like this. This is a ton weight, Allah musta'an. Then when I make now the ruku' and the sujood, so that's the ruku' with them, do ruku' and Sami Allahu liman hamida. When I go to the sujood, I do like this, pull the chair and then make my sujood like this. Right. So when it is tashahhud now, when they make it tashahhud, my shoulders is still parallel to the shoulders. So in qiyam I'm in parallel, and I'm also in parallel when I make the sujood. So I would like the sisters, please, the ones who can sit on the floor, please get rid of the chair. Divorce the chair 3 times. You don't want to come back to it. Divorce it. The women are allowed to divorce in this way. Divorce the chair. So inshallah, we're going to do our 2 rak'ah. So if you can get rid of some of the chairs upstairs, that's a success, inshallah.